Okay, so now we're going to play Legacy Madness. This deck crushed me this weekend in the Legacy Challenge by this Mr. Jace 2 guy. I was playing Storm this weekend, and they destroyed me. And it was mostly on the back of this card, the most hated card in the world for Storm players. But, you know, it's a good sideboard card. It's good to have. But I really hate this card. But essentially what happens in this deck is it's just a lot of madness nonsense, right? Like you have a bunch of draw engines. You have Faithless Lootings. You have these. So you just kind of draw a million cards, discard a million cards, cast your madness shit. This card is crazy. Johnny's Ravager. This card is absolutely bananas. It's so strong. You know, you're just discarding Oxes. You got hollowed ones. You got Hogaaks. You got all kinds of shit in here. But essentially, it's just like an aggro deck. It can come out of the gates incredibly fast. You could just go Faithless Looting, discard, you know, Vengevine, play an LED, discard your hand, cast Ravager, cast a Rootwalla, get the Vengevine triggers. This deck is very, very powerful. It's very strong, and it comes out of the gates very quickly, and it kicked my ass this weekend, and let's see how we could do in a league with it. Deafening Silence. This is a sideboard. Deafening Silences, Ancient Grudges, Flaring Pains. Alright, let's give this a go. This deck is very aggressive, very explosive, very powerful. But it lacks interaction. But it is tremendously powerful. Alright. Stream like so. We can't keep this hand. You can sometimes keep no landers if there's LED in it. Mulligan. Alright, this hand's really, really good. We're going to keep... I kind of want to put back the Hogaak. But, like, if we just go, like, Burning Inquiry... I mean, we're going to get a new fucking hand anyway. So I'm going to put the land back. We're on the draw. So we're just going to play the Badlands. We're going to Burning Inquiry. And we are going to do some stuff. This guy just got a random Gack in it. Who doesn't have a random Gack? Alright, so... we're playing against Burn, so we're going to play the Burning Inquiry. We're going to discard Vengevine. No, we're going to discard a Vengevine and 2 Rootwallas. And everything's going to be fine. Alright, well, I get... oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. No! Wait a minute, hold on. There we go. Yes, I would like to use Vengevine's ability. Yes, I would like to use Vengevine's ability. This is gambling. It's just so crazy. I believe they start a little bit later. Yeah, it's a pretty good start against Burn. Pretty strong. They lost 2 lands and an Eidolon. Yeah, nice Swift Spear. They don't even have matching Swift Spears. I personally... there's a lot of people that art is made for. And whoever this art is made for, I am not that person. This art's whatever, but this... it's a bit much for me. It's a bit much. We probably shouldn't... I mean... no, it's not for me. It's not for me. It is cool. But at least have them matching, you know? Come on. At least match them up. Alright, well, we spun the wheel once, so let's spin the wheel again. Red. Okay. Cast you. Let's cast Faithless Looting. Discard. Hogaak. The Gack is attacking. Hogaak's gonna have trample, by the way, and haste. Because we have anger. I shouldn't attack with this. But this should be... Alright. Well, we played against Burn. And Burn is not really looking to play against what we're doing. Deck's great. Submit. Yeah. There's some cool arts on Sorcery. Somebody asked something and I was going to look it up between rounds. Oh, when does the season end? I have it saved on Twitter. I liked it a long time ago. Blah 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 blah. There was like a whole thing on it. I saved it. And now I can't find it. All right, here it is. The season 2 QPs in the calendar. But essentially, they expire August 3rd. So here's the tweet about it. August 3rd, they expire. So today. That's today. We'll keep this hand. I wonder if these prelims are in the new things. So as a modern prelim, what are the prizes? Yeah, season 3 starts today. So season 3 prelims start today. So I should have gotten 10 QPs for that thing. Did I get 10 QPs? Oh, I have season 3. So these are the season 3 ones, and these season 2 ones are going to go. So yeah, I guess I need the QPs for the thing. All right. So let's have some fun, shall we? So I want to play the Lion's Eye Diamond. We could play the Badlands, but we could get priced. I kind of want to fetch up Basic Mountain. Nah, fuck it. All right, let's go. Let's spin the wheel. Cast you. And oh my. Oh my. I'm going to cast this one. But I'm not going to cast this one. Because this is exile 8 other cards. Oh, I shouldn't have cast either of them. Nah, I guess it doesn't matter. I fucked up here. Oops. Oh well, I'm just going to cast them. I thought I'd have enough mana to cast the Ox. But I needed to put both creatures in there and then cast the Ox. But then I'd lose the anger. So I messed that up, probably. Rolling Vortex, sure. But I think I'll be okay. Yeah, if I knew this deck a little bit more. If I play the fetch and crack the fetch, right? Crack the fetch, get a basic mountain, play it. I have an extra card in the graveyard. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy, I don't know if that was the way, my friend. Don't know if that was the way, my friend. So I should have played the fetch, cracked the fetch, get a basic mountain, cast the Burning Inquiry. I would have discarded this land, and then I would have discarded this and put it into the graveyard, and then I could have cast Ox on turn 1. That would have been pretty dope. All right, well, yeah, that was, this deck goes pretty fast. It's pretty fast, it's pretty aggro, it's pretty quick. It's pretty crappy. No, it's very powerful. Oh, man. All we need is we need creatures. I think we mulligan this hand. All right. This hand sucks too. All we need is love. All I need is a good defense because I'm feeling like a criminal. And I need to be redeemed. Alright, we're keeping this one. I don't know what the hell's going to happen, but we're keeping it. Thank you! Thank you, Stringer. Yeah, it's been a year. It's crazy. Nah, Ox requires 7 card. Like, maybe. I had to put one back. Okay. They have Thoughtseize and Force Wills. They're probably playing, Death Shadow with this. Or Doomsday. Either Doomsday or Death Shadow. I mean, maybe we could have got to 8 cards, but it's kind of unlikely. This is either a Death Shadow or a Doomsday. There may be some consistency issues with this deck, but every deck has that. Well, we don't need to crack. We got the aggro. Alright, it's definitely Death Shadow. Which makes me wonder why they didn't take the damage first and then snuff it out. They'd be at 9, the Death Shadow would be bigger. Oh, they just have Murktide. Alright, well, we're dead. Well, we're dead. Both sides fought hard. Well, they played the better Hogaak. The legal Hogaak. We are deceased. I guess we could draw. We have another turn. We could draw a thing. I guess we shan't concede. We shan't concede. Yeah, Murktide's some horse shit. I don't know how that card's still legal. We just want stuff. Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah. I want to put as many cards in the graveyard so I can like pitch a Hogaak or something like that. I don't know if I want. This is kind of where it gets tough. I haven't played this deck enough to know if I want to sideboard Leyline of the Voids against them. Kind of weird sideboard here. It's kind of weird. To go to 3. Play another Murktide. Alright, well, we could kill them here if we draw reasonable. If we draw Faithless Looting into some creatures or something, we could pretty easily kill them. No attacks. Pretty smart. Alright, we need a spell. That card is not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it. And we're dead. I guess we can actually, hold on. When it attacks, we could discard 3 cards. So, I guess it's worth casting. And then we can, like, attack and maybe draw some shit. Then we go to combat. When this attacks, you draw 3 cards and discard 3 cards. Discard your hand, then draw 3 cards. Oh, still dead. Still dead to Murktide. Oh boy. Do I want these to beat Murktide? I think that might lead to inconsistency within the deck. But I'm willing to try it. We'll cut the Putrid Imps for that. Might lead to inconsistency, but at the same time, Murktide is so fucking stupid. Maybe that's dumb. Maybe if they had DRCs. Let's just submit. This only stops Murktide in their deck. Murktides and only Murktides. Firestorm does... I guess maybe we could have Firestorm, but the problem with Firestorm is that, like, their creatures are going to be so big, it's going to be hard to leverage Firestorm. And Flaring Pain doesn't do shit. So I don't think we sideboard. I mean, the only thing that they have that cares about their graveyard is the Murktides, but if you only had Fiery Temper, I know. And the problem is we could play Firestorm to try and kill them when they get their life low enough, but at the same time, by that point of the game, we're probably not going to have 3 cards in our hand. Yeah, but we need to, like, right? Because you have to discard X cards, so you need 3 cards. 4 cards to, like, end the game, you know. Maybe 1 or 2 cards, but they're probably going to go to, like, 3 or something. It'd be hard to do that. Cycle. I'm going to gamble here with this. I'm going to gamble. This hand's really good if we draw 1 land. I'm gambling. This is a true gambling deck. We gambling. Land? Just need a land. Just need a land. We get the green. I'm going to cast Faithless Looting so I make sure I keep my thing here. They will be having surgicals at this point. Shit. My Faithless Looting got Force Negations. Force Negation pitching Force of Will. Nice. Can't cast it though. This card's really good. I guess we just Burning Inquiry and see what happens. Should have maybe played the land to play around Daze, but it doesn't matter. They just have all the counterspells. Your turn. Opponent does hate fun. Yeah. Well, having the Force Negation for the Faithless Looting particularly stings. Yeah, well, I mean... Alright. Let's see. Death Shadow. Grafdigger's Cage. You're right. The old Grafdigger's Cage. Yeah, I'm F6'd. I am F6'd. Well, we're just waiting to see what they are up to. Oops. What are they up to? A giant Death Shadow. Awesome. All right. Let's see. Well, at least we can cast Ravagers now. That'll be exciting. Should we try and play around Wasteland by getting a basic mountain? I don't know. Don't think it's gonna matter that much. But we do get to discard our hand. Ravager. Do you have a daze? No, you don't. Well, we get a new hand. This card's so crazy. Discard your hand, then draw 3 cards. So, unfortunately, when we discard our hand, we won't be able to cast any of these cards because of this, but we do get these bricks out of our hand. Yeah. I probably should have got a black, actually, so that I could actually do some black stuff. Another Death Shed, a Fatal Push. Nope. Nope, I can't do anything. Here comes the Murktide. Well, this was a close game. Both sides fought hard. Well, this kind of shows the inconsistency. You know, you just have 2 Force Wills and can't win. Sort of like every deck in Legacy. 2 Force Wills and you can't win. Alright, so what does this hand do? We can discard our hand, give our shit haste. This hand doesn't do anything. We have to mulligan. Alright, this does some shit. We're keeping. We'll put back a Faithless Looting because we want to go full Gamba. Alright, it's Delver. Finally play against Delver. Steam Vents and Legacy. What a time to be alive. Alrighty. We're just jamming. We're just gonna go full burning craziness. I guess I could get a black land and play a Putrid Imp and play LED and then pass, but then I get wastelanded out of if I get a black for this, I run the risk of being wastelanded out of the game. But if I just get basic red and just play the LED and then go burning inquiry, like I'll probably lose the imps. But I mean I could get a land either way. But I guess this deck doesn't really I don't want to just lose to a wasteland. So I'm just gonna get a basic mountain. Maybe it's supposed to be black Putrid Imp, discard Vengevine, but I want to have some fun. I want to go LED. Badlands. Oh fuck. Oh well, whatever. We'll have some fun next turn. I just talked about it. I'm like, I want to play around Wasteland. Then I just didn't play around Wasteland. Okay, alright. Fine. Well, they want to take away my fun. I just want to have fun, and they want to take it away. This should be a basic mountain, and I'm going to lose the game because I didn't get a basic mountain. Such is Legacy. Is Legacy. Whoops. All right. Okay, so now we gambin'. Now we gamble again. Bro, we're just trying to have some fun. Just trying to have some fun. Apparently Legacy is the no fun zone. Yeah. Alright, if this resolves, we can, 1, 2, cast, trigger Vengevine. Yes. Yes. We need the Rootwalla to make the Vengevine good. Now, okay. I could cast this. It costs 1. So I'm going to go to combat. I'm going to attack with the Vengevine. And... wow. Huh. I could discard this and cast this. Or I could try and get back the Vengevine next turn. It's going to be very difficult to get back the Vengevine next turn. We're going to have to do this. It's very difficult to get back the Vengevine. Dingo, are you watching? Yo! Will we kind of win the race? No, we don't win the race. We just need to draw 2 Rootwallas. We ended up needing the black, though. Okay, so let's think. Threshold gets +2/+2. So we can swing for 7. Alright, we could crack the LED, make this an 8/8. Make this 2, which means we swing for 7. Or we could swing for 6 and put them to 9. Yeah, let's just attack, discard, pump the Rootwalla, pump this. The old Rootwalla pump. Pump the Rootwalla. Alright, and then next they should go to 6. And then next turn they're dead if they don't draw anything. Because these fuckers have to attack. Don't draw Murktide. Waiting for Depet. Oh my god. I don't know how this deck... How are you supposed to beat this card? Alright, well, we need to draw 2. We need to draw a Burning Inquiry into 2 creatures to then cast the Vengevine. Well, this can't block. We're so dead. Alright, that was fun. This is game 1, my friend. This is game 1, and... what are we boarding in? I will bring in Leyline of Void against them. I will cut Putrid Imps. Maybe I want Firestorms too. And I could probably cut... let's cut an... ah, jeez. I don't know what to cut for these Firestorms. We could probably cut Burning Inquiries, Rootwallas. Yeah, I don't know, man. Let's cut... No, it was fun. It was fun. Let's cut... I don't know what to cut for these Firestorms. Maybe... maybe just the Street Wraiths. They're kind of hot air, and I don't really want to lose life against Delver. Yeah. 1 mana, discard your hand. It can be pretty powerful. It does walk into a daze, but it could be pretty fun. But I guess we blew all our good luck on the poor burn player, and then proceeded to get wrecked by double Force of Will in every game so far. But Leyline is better against them because they're also playing Burning Dragon Rage Channeler. I mean, we have basically one with nothing with I guess we're going to keep this one. This is about the best possible hand we could ask for, right? Best possible right here. Got the Leyline of Void. We got the Burning Inquiries. We got... This is a good hand. Okay. Somehow we kept both of these idiots, but... No. I am going to cast this one on turn 1. Hopefully we could discard both of these two and get the Vengevine trigger for next turn. Alright, this is it's about as good as we could ask for. This is about the best possible start. Alright, you play a 1/1 for 1? I've got those. Yes, fill up that graveyard. They're already at 4 cards. Oh man, we discard their Murktide? It's horseshit. If we draw a land, alright, well, let's just spin the wheel. Boo. Boo, opponent, boo. Opponent's boring, yeah. Yeah. Look at how hard they're trying to get Delirium. They don't know. They don't know that they can't get Delirium. They try so hard. Alright, give me a land at least. Then I could just play the 2 fucking idiots. Land? I don't think I play them. Right? Like, I think I just wait till I draw land and go boop, boop, trigger. Rather than just playing 1. I think that's the right thing to do. I don't know if it's right. We could also draw a Firestorm. We could draw a lot of stuff. But I think playing... Yeah, Hallowed One. Yeah. LED. I wanted to draw land, cast both, and then get the Vengevine back, right? That's why I was saving them, right? To just go 1/2, trigger the Vengevine. Right? Alright, there we go. We don't have any black mana in the deck. Let's get a green. Now we go Basking Rootwalla. They do get the Ledger Shredder. That does happen. But this was why I was sandbagging them. Yes. Okay. They dazed it. My Rootwalla is too strong. But my Vengevine is okay. Die, opponent! I'm waiting for Lizard so I could have a friend. That's so true. I wanted them to be together so they can merge Wonder Twin powers unite. 2 derpy lizards form of Vengevine. At least this card wasn't in Modern Horizons 2. Yep, I completely agree. Yep. I used to live and die playing Delver all the time, and now the deck's just too powerful. It's not fun. Not fun anymore. Alright, I would like to draw a Firestorm and just kill them. Could I do that? No, I can draw garbage. So we attack, trade, kill. Not the time. Not the time. I guess I should just cycle this fucker. Try and hit a land drop. Ooh. You're at 3, you say? Alright, we have a game plan for next turn. Kill them. Our game plan for next turn is to kill them. Yep, I agree. I agree. It used to be interesting and the cards you played mattered and you could play like Stifle, you could play extra removal spells, but now it's just so streamlined. And people, you know, people are like, I'm innovating Delver by playing Ledger Shredder over Delver. It's like, all right, cool. You're playing Delver, buddy. But just imagine, they've gone through 1, 2, 3 iterations. Murktide. Yeah. Yeah, this person's revolutionizing the format by playing, you know, Ledger Shredders instead of things. All right, well, they're just dead. They could have a Hydroblast, and a Hydroblast only saves them. Let's go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Bop. I don't want to pay for the madness because I want to be able to pay for days because this literally kills them. Right? If I pay for the madness, I could get dazed. I don't want to get dazed. The only spell they could have is a Hydroblast. I want them to only be able to have Hydroblast. Okay, they're dead. We did it! We won a game! Alright, we did it. Hot butter. Thank you for the follow. It is Pam from The Office, but it's... Yeah. I mean, it is kind of different, and you're not playing Wastelands, which I just think is interesting. Like, every single turn of this game, I would have lost to a Wasteland. It's like, please don't Wasteland me. Please don't Wasteland me. Like, nah, dog. We're playing Ledger Shredders. We don't Wasteland. Thank you. Alright. We just need another Leyline of Void plus Perfect Hand. And then we can barely win because they have a bunch of Force Wills. Oh, hey, you know, Leyline, Perfect Hand. Let's go. Once again, Leyline of the Void is the greatest. Cool, 1/1, nerd. Alright. Let's go Burning Inquiry. And let's go. Hold the Hollowed one over here. Okay, so we're going to play this. We're going to play Burning Inquiry. We're going to discard these 3 cards. We'll just put them next to the graveyard so Burning Inquiry knows. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to cast these 2, trigger this. And they're not going to just daze this. They're not going to daze this. They're not going to daze this. See, like, I think that the fact that the Shredder version of the deck isn't playing Wastelands times 4 is just, well, pretty good. They still had them. Let's just start playing these idiots. Well, please don't waste me. All right, well, as soon as I shit-talked about the number of Wastelands that they played, they double Wastelanded me. So I should keep my fucking mouth shut. That's terrific. All right, well, would you like to trade your stupid idiot for my stupid lizard? Let's play this. Oops, all Wastelands, I know. But how can they cast their Ledger Shredders? Luckily, we're drawing all the lands. I shall attack. We're going to be able to hardcast this Vengevine. That's going to be fucking hilarious. No blocks. Do I want to cycle this or do I want to pump? I think I'm going to cycle this post-combat. I'll cycle at the end of their turn. They're probably sitting on a bolt. That's why I'm not inclined to, like, do anything this turn. Oh, they're trying to be sneaky. Trying to be sneaky. They wanted me to pump, so they would kill whatever I pumped. See, pump bad. I'm just gonna crack a fetch and hold this for looting. We could pump this to hit him for 3, or we could cycle this. Guess we'll just hit him for 2. We had to wait for them to do something. Because if we would have pumped this offensively, they would have just killed it. That cannot stand. Let's see if they throw a removal spell on this fine gentleman. Badlands. No days, please. Please, no days. Please, no days. Well, I guess it wasn't a daze, so thank you for not having a daze. My Rootwalla. Alright, all we need is a land. 3 mana Gutshot. Yep, pretty much. Iteration. Yeah, Leyline is doing work. We would have lost this game without Leyline. I'm going to cycle the Hollowed one here. Perfect. Basking Rootwalla. At least they're dazing this and not... I don't know what the fuck. Counterbalance. Sure. Now we're going to draw a bunch of 1s. Land. 1, 2. This looks pretty bad here, so I'm just going to cycle this. I guess we can wait a turn. Discard 2. Discard. And then we can cast this for 1. So I guess we wait 1 turn. We wait. We be patient. I have heard of a little sea snake that lets its enemies take little bites out of it. And yet it remains still. So we shall be like the sea snake, and we shall lie still and let our enemies come to us. Alright, give me a land. Give me a land. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna go cast this, cast Firestorm. 1, 2. Okay. Discard you, discard you. Done. I mean, they for sure have a 1 on top, but what can you do? No, counter our little Rootwalla, counter our Firestorm. But we will cast the Rootwalla anyway, and the cast trigger will count as the Vengevine. Oh, of course they have a 1 on top, but that doesn't matter. The 1 on top's not important. The 1 on top is not why we're happy about this. Alright, well, we have to cast the Rootwalla anyway. Yeah, we still get a Howl one at a Vengevine, yeah. They might have a Surgical, and they might be thinking about Surgicaling Hollowed ones. Or Vengevines. They probably do have a Surgical, that's the pause. No, the Ponder's on top. The only reason that they would pause is for a Surgical. It's a Ponder. We know what it is. They had the surgical. At least they weren't watching, at least they didn't, figure out to get the hollowed ones. But the only way you would have known to get the hollowed ones is if you're watching the stream. I guess it was kind of a reasonable guess to get the hollowed ones. But I mean, we get a hollowed one here. But they did have the surgical. That was the pause. In paper, that's what have been those let me see your graveyard type of shit. Yeah, I use Vengevine's ability. Yeah. Alright, for sure. I would have hit the hollowed ones in a heartbeat, probably. But it's kind of a high risk if you miss. At least we know they're not ghosting. So. If they're ghosted, boom, hollowed one in an instant. Well, I mean, the thing with DRC is that you never draw bad cards. Like, the fact that you get to surveil is crazy. This is the most cracked ability of all time. Just never miss. I will spend the rest of my games. Now I draw you. Should I save this? I probably ought to save it. I guess I could draw a Johnny's Ravager or whatever. But if I cast 2 spells, this thing flips. Alright, let's attack. Yeah. Let's wait on the Faithless Looting. Yeah, I would have been very impressed if they had a 4 into 5. And they could have like cast the surgical, surveilled away the ponder, had a 5 on top. That would have been pretty gross. I really don't want to grow the Ledger Shredder to the point where it can block the hollowed one. If I don't cast any spells, this Shredder won't grow. You know what I mean? Like, if it becomes a 2-4, if I cast 2 spells and then they cast 2 spells, it blocks my thing, so I don't want to cast 2 spells. That's pretty good. 2 spells I can cast. But I just want to attack. Because, like, if this thing grows to a 3-5, I just kind of lose. So they have to chump block, right? They have to chump block every turn for, like, the rest of the game. So, we'll see. I don't want to cast 2 things. Yeah, well. So they must have a removal spell here? Sure, okay. I will kill both. Unholy Heat. Alright, so we could take a little gamble here and hope that they don't have a 1 on top and go Firestorm this, kill this, and then our thing doesn't die. What do you guys think? Think we risk a 1 on top? I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. I am F6'd. They reveal the Brainstorm. They had a 1 on top. Alright, well, that sucked. Still, we get to kill both of these. They still have a Brainstorm on top. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, this deck's not very good without a Murktide. I could flashback the Faithless Looting, but I am 1000% positive there's a 1 on top, so I'm not gonna do it. Yeah. There's no longer a 1 on top. But who knows what is on top? So they for sure have a 1 on top again. But they're going to be able to keep 1s on top. This card is so crazy. Faithless Looting just gets countered. There's a 1 on top. So we just have to wait. Yep. Surgical extraction, they milled. They had one on top with surgical extraction. Yeah. But at least they don't have a clock. So if we draw on a Johnny's whatever, Ravager, we'll wait again. We shall wait. Throwing a Faithless Looting and throwing a thing into the dirt. Yeah, but we know it's a 1, so like casting this doesn't do anything. Yeah, Ox would be a great draw. There's a... not Hogaak. Hogaak would be shit, but Ox would be good. Anger would be playable. Here we go. Alright, let's cast this. That's so funny. They have a Murktide on top. So now we're going to bait them. We're going to try and bait them with this Faithless Looting. And try and get them to do stuff so we can resolve the Ox. No, they're just going to let it go. Okay. Daze. Well, I'll let them do their surveil. Alright. I'm going to crack this for red. And I'm going to pay for the days. Well, at least I can put this little guy into play. Let's see. They reveal the Force of Will. Oh, that's so tilting. That's so tilting. We can't return the Ox because they have a Force Will on top. The Ox is 5, right? Yeah, that's hilarious. That is so fucking funny. Oh, that's something else. Pay 1 for the looting. Discard, discard. Alright. We don't draw Ravengers. No, not now. We don't draw Ravengers. I mean, they are only at 3, so this is a lethal threat. It was why do they have so many Unholy Heats? 4 Unholy Heats? Holy fuck. That's wild. If those 4 Unholy Heats were just bolts, I'd be dead. Alright, so they drew the Force of Will. So we can just flashback to Ox. Make them use a counterspell. Then next turn we can... I should actually have done this smarter and then like... They're going to counter it. I mean, they're going to have to hardcast. They're going to 5-mana hardcast the Force of Will. Yeah. But now... Surprise! Cast this. They put Mystic Sanctuary on top. Oh my god. It's like a Mystic Sanctuary back to Force of Will. Nice. Oh, that's so annoying. I guess I should have gone for this first. Alright, well... Let's cast a Johnny Ravager. This card's so good. Their hand is Mystic Sanctuary. Let's cast LED. Yeah. Their hand is a land. So their hand is Mystic Sanctuary and a land. Alright, let's attack with Ravager. Alright, we won. We got there with on the back of that stupid enchantment, Leyline of the Void. Sounds sweet. I don't know what the best play is. If it's better to Faithless Looting or... It's probably better to Faithless Looting. Yeah. Yeah. Counterbalance did a lot of work that game, for sure. What do we think it's better to do? Is it better to go Putrid Imp, discard Vengevine, and then set up for next turn? Or should we just go Faithless Looting and see what we get? Imp. Yeah. I think we just Imp and pass. Well, let's see. Let's see what happens. Well, if we are going to crack for the Faithless Looting, we might as well just cast the Faithless Looting first. Right? If we have the LED that we want to crack, might as well just do double Faithless Looting. I don't like their avatar. A turn 1 Vengevine? Do I have a turn 1 Vengevine? Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Putrid Imp. Discard. Always yield. Cast. Trigger. Yes. I don't think we need to go all the way ham. I think we could wait another turn. I think this is probably okay, turn 1. I don't think we go full YOLO. I don't think we need to go full YOLO. It's Doomsday. Alright, so let's start off with the Faithless Looting. It might be sack this for green. If they like daze this, I might just sack this for green. Pay for this. Yeah, fuck it. No, that's not right. It's not right. Maybe it's right. Yeah. I don't know. Them doing that seems like it sets them so far behind. Yeah. Ooh, it's our boy. YOLO. Oh, I should have pumped. I thought I'd have enough to cast the Ox, but it counts the Ox. I should have pumped here. Fuck. I thought I had enough to cast the Ox. That was my bad. I forgot it's escape 8. Whoops. Should have pumped. Should have pumped. I thought I could play Ox. Whoopsie. No, I thought I needed the 8th creature. I was like, 8 cards? Yeah. Alright, so now all we need is a fetch land. Well, we're just dead. Just dead. Even if I would have pumped last turn, I could have killed them. Because I would just swing for... I would discard a card, give this flying, and then kill them. But I missed the pump, so I'm dead. I wonder... I guess I could have attacked with the Rootwalla. Well... I would need to get very lucky. Ox wouldn't. Alright, so I guess I should have pumped this. I thought I could cast the Ox last turn, but I should have gone to combat, attacked with both of these, right? They go to... They just double block this. They block this. They have to block this or I kill them. So they block here. They go to 1. I go second main, play land, cast Ox. Hope to hit something. It would probably get dazed or countered or something, but yeah. No, they would have been at 1. Yeah, I shouldn't have conceded. That was an early concession. My bad. That was my fault. I should not have conceded that match. I should have played the Ox. Maybe the Ox does something. They couldn't have force willed it because they would have been at 1 life. So I should not have conceded. I was not dead. That was my fault. That was my bad. My bad, my bad, my bad. Alright, let's keep... Let's start off with a Faithless Looting. Imp attack, then Ox? What? Let's get a Badlands. Cast Faithless Looting. I guess we could discard 1, an LED. Cycle the Street Wraith. Cast the Hollowed one for free. Cycle the Street Wraith. Cast. I mean, oh shit. Why am I in the dungeon? Oops. Few dungeon information. Nice. Alright. We could go more ham there and crack the Faithless and do stuff. I don't think we need to do that. I'm going to play the Imp. What are we doing with this Imp? The dungeon. You can see which dungeons they are. It's so bad. On MTGO, it's not very clean, but on Arena, it's kind of clean. Alright, let's play the land, crack the fetch, get the green, cast the Faithless Looting, discard, discard, cast, yay, yay, redemption, yeah, they knew. But it does have a lot of information on it. It has, like, how far you are in the dungeons and stuff like that. How many times you've completed it. They were scared of the GAC. Yeah. Well, you could do it as, like, number of times completed. 1, 1, 1, 1. Yeah, it was used in that one deck. Unless it has a map of the dungeons. Oh, that's hilarious. Alright, let's see what we got. Delver? Oh my goodness. Alright. We are going to gamble. Bro, I just want to have some fun, man. Can't I just have some fun? Alright, let's see what happens. If we discard our hand... I don't think we discard our hand, because I think we could do some shit next turn with the Faithless Looting into Hallowed Ones, or some shit. I don't think we pitch our hand. Do you guys think that? I kind of think that too. I've seen versions of this deck play that in the past. Maybe it's worth it. Yeah, starting off next turn with a looting seems pretty sick. Alright, well, you know what? If they take Ravager, I'm gonna fucking cast. They take a Johnny's Ravager, I'm discarding my hand and I'm casting it. I don't give a fuck. Take the Vengevine. It's got haste. Take the Vengevine. It has haste. Haste is scary. Alright. YOLO. Am I YOLOing? YOLO this. YOLO. I actually got called out on Twitter for attacking with crabs. Someone called me out on Twitter and said I was BMing them. Well, I thought we'd have a chance if we drew a land, right? I thought we didn't need to do that. Like, let's say we go to our turn, and let's say we draw land. We don't need to get crazy, you know? But we chose to when we didn't draw land. I wanted to play a regular game, right? Yeah, some guy literally went off on me, and he's like, I didn't appreciate it. And I, you know, what am I supposed to say, man? I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry. He came in the chat and I said I was sorry. Yeah, I mean, you know. That's what I always thought, you know. If your opponent isn't dashing a Ragavan, just fucking attack. Who cares, you know? Have some fun. But some people get upset by it. This person... It's probably best if you're, you know, sensitive or whatever. Just don't have the chat on. It's for 4-color control. It's good. I don't know if it's better than Thoughtseize, but it's a good card. If you want to beat 4-color, you could play that. Lizard. Huh. Well, I drew a zombie imp. I'm pretty dead here. I didn't want to go all in on the Ravager, right? I wanted to draw land and then cast a Faithless Looting. You know, I wanted to be a normal person. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. We're so dead here. Alright, what can we draw? We can draw... That seems like a good draw. Alright, so... Alright, prediction time. Are we going to 2-3 for the pity chest? That was a perfect draw and a way to end it. So, I guess I could have gone for the Ajani's thing at the end of turn, but I really had hope that we could draw land and then actually cast a Faithless Looting and then, like, discard some cards and then, you know, hit a Cycler and, you know, cycle, cast the thing. You know what I mean? Like, I had hope that we didn't need to discard our whole hand to cast a 3-3, but I guess I should have done it at the end of turn. I'm going to keep... So we can go Imp, LED, crack LED, get Vengevine, and we might be able to cast the Hogaakis? Hogaaki? It's very inconsistent, right? Like, it's kind of hard to cast it. Like, there's like, the deck is not designed to cast this card. It just kind of gets to as a bonus, I would imagine. I obviously don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this archetype. But... Alright, so let's go Badlands, LED, Putrid Imp, discard, Madness, cast, trigger the Hogaak. So, like, even in this turn right here, I guess we could want this. It's 5, 3, 6. We're still short, right? Because we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 7. Still short. What a shame. Yeah. They're not playing Force of Will, so that's good. What are they doing? Are they playing some kind of combo? Mind's Eye Diamond. Let's cast the LED, because we're going to draw new 3 cards with this. So let's go to combat. Let's go to combat. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Alright, so what can we do here? We could just pitch, at the end of turn, we could pitch this, put this into play. And that's more than enough damage, so alright, your turn. You gotta kill me, or I'm coming for you. Yeah, you can Madness at the end step. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. Since we have the outlet here, we have the Imp. We could just discard to the Imp, get the things, and then be able to do it. Let's see what they're up to. They just conceded. Alright, so I could be a jerk, right? At like my chat thing said they were playing the Epic Storm a while ago. So they got 18th place playing the Epic Storm. So I could be kind of a dick and board in Deafening Silences. But we really didn't see anything, so I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to, we're just going to pretend like we don't know what they're doing. They just played a thing. I don't think it's worth trying to like get an edge like that in a league. Just like, you know, it doesn't seem that worth it to me. Alright. We could try and hedge, but it's not worth it. It's not worth it in a league to do that kind of janky shit. We'll just put the best deck we can forward. What's happening here? They're in the tank. Very interesting they didn't even take a draw step. Alright. Would you like to play first? Yes. I would like to, but I can't. So we shall know what they're playing very quickly. I don't know if it's better to Burning Inquiry or Putrid Imp. Like, we could go... What do you guys think's better, Imp? Or Inquiry? It does fuck with them, right? It fucks with your enemy. Very much. Alright, Dave Mulligan to 5. Pimp LED. Thought you can't cast this. I think we go, I think it's this. Bing, bing, bing. Thank you. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you. Well, we're playing this first. I think it's 1, 2, and then 3. So let's think. If we go 1, 2, 3, then we could just discard our whole hand to this, whatever. Yeah. Grizzlebrand. Oh, okay. Okay. See? This is why you don't use the goddamn last scene shit. Because I would have brought in the fucking... These Deafening Silences that got wrecked. Should have brought in friggin' Leyline of the Voids. Yeah, well, we know what to sideboard into game number 3. But we're just not going to get to game number 3. Take a Rootwalla. They should probably take Ravager or LED. Or one of these three. One of these three would be the best take, probably. Lion's Eye Diamond has been defeated. Alright, there's 3 of these fucking things. I could have played the Putrid Imp. There's too many of them. Let's go, lizards. Team lizards. If you've ever been to Florida on the beach, or any place where it's really warm, there's just all these little geckos running around always. We could just be dead. We could just get Jizzle branded. Sarah's Emissary. Well, that card represents a problem. Don't have it, please. Don't have it, please. Alright, yield until next end step. Let's go, my lizard kings. Let's go, little homies. Yes. Cast. Alright. So, this is kind of a risky proposition. They don't have a reanimate spell, or they would have used it. Do we want to risk Burning Inquiry and giving them a reanimate spell, or do we just want a Faithless Looting? I don't think I want to risk giving them a thing when they don't have it. Yeah, if they don't have it, I don't want to risk giving it to them. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it. Yeah. Alright, next turn we have Ravager. Yeah, it does. It does seem absolutely terrifying. But I mean, any draw that they get, we shouldn't have 6. I was probably supposed to keep the fetch land. I was probably supposed to keep the Wooded Foothills, play the fetch land. Oh, they just discarded a Fairy Macabre. That's fancy. Alright. Guess we just yield through the turn. Attack, 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 attack. No pumps. Cast this next turn. Yield into the next end step. Discard you. Okay. Cast you for the madness. Yay, we did it. Let's open the chest. The deck is fun. You can see the powerful draws. You can see the powerful draws that it has, like when it's doing the things that it wants to do. It's incredibly powerful, right? Like we had some games where we just came out of the gates with like 10 power on turn 1, you know. It's a very powerful deck. I imagine it rewards learning how to play it a little bit better. It is pretty powerful. I can't for the life of me figure out what this is for, except for you could flash it back. I don't really know what kind of damage prevention you're kind of concerned about these days. Seems interesting. This would probably be better as like a red elemental blast. But, you know, maybe they play against a meta that I don't know. I don't know. Do you guys know what this is for? Doesn't really make sense to me. Again, they did come in, you know, 3rd place or whatever this weekend. They got you know, they in this challenge on Saturday. They got third place. They beat me. Obviously, they beat me with the Deafening Silence stuff. That caught me by surprise. But anyway, it's a fun deck to play. It's a lot of fun. And it has some very powerful stuff going on. Alright, that's it for me.